what else did this very astute crowd say about our ratings?
Okay. Well, the first thing that I wanted to cover, and I think that this was a really great assessment. LP says the weights of the rating might need to be looked at. So let me put the chart up right now. His example was, lyrics should probably hold more weight than hook writing. So maybe everything's not a scale from 1 to 10. I mean, want to see what the people in the chat think about that. I wanted to see what you thought about that.
No, I agree that some of these things for me and weighing an MC are more important than the other things.
All right, let's just say, let me put this on the screen so people can see it. And I want to get people's feedback on this. Let's just say hypothetically, we said 3 of these categories gets a scale from 1 to 15 as opposed to scale from 1 to 10. Which 3 categories would be the most important on this list?
I would go lyrics, catalog of albums.
Okay.
And probably content subject matter.
Okay, I was with you on the first 2. Let's see.
Actually, you want to know what? I might go. No. I'm gonna hear what you're gonna do with it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going through them: lyrics, voice, delivery, storytelling, album, catalog of albums, collaborations, longevity of records, longevity of career, competition for error, legacy, live performance, content, intangibles. It might be content, versatility. It would either be content for me or longevity of records.
I was actually thinking, and I had this thought when we talked about this behind the scenes, that it might be good to section this off maybe into 3 sub-5 categories since we have 15. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, we're lyrics, catalog of albums, content subject matter, longevity of records, and longevity of career maybe get rated on a higher scale because you can go further in depth with those things, and those things maybe are more important.
Okay.
And then you can have like the second, which would kind of stay at 10 where we have it, and then maybe the bottom 3, which we would do at 5. And I think the bottom 3 would probably be hook game, intangibles, competitiveness of error, and I don't know, storytelling. I don't know, like where we would go. Like
maybe something like that. I think that's very astute and very doable because as much as I love Method Man, he was my favorite rapper growing up. I don't think that he should have a higher score than Jay-Z.
And neither do I. He doesn't deserve that because Jay has just made 2. And this is what I mean about holding those classes. Okay, so this is one of those things where it's like, I think Meth has a better voice. I think Meth has a better delivery. I actually would rather hear Meth. I'm actually more entertained by Meth. Man, Jay-Z made The Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
In Volume 1.
No,
like
really.
This is why those catalogs of albums matter. And he's made seminal records that people remember. And he's even taken classic records like from a group called Tribe Called Quest and made them classics in his own right. I don't think he's better than Method Man either.
Okay. How about we do this? I want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Let's look at Jay-Z and Method Man and how we rated this thing to see if we can find which ones may need to hold more weight or get some level of assessment there. Is that fair?
No, I kind of like that idea.
Okay. All right. Let's look at this. So when it comes to, let's say, Method Man, voice got a 10, right? I'm sorry, lyrics got a 10. Okay. First of all, does everybody agree that Method Man's lyrics are a 10? Because I don't know. I mean, I think I might go more 9 there.
He's just called Method Man for a reason. Every time you hear him rap, it's some sort of, he's so many methods to his styles. The way he puts words together. It's like I told you, the way that he puts words together is very Nas and Rakim like.
But are the words?
No, the words aren't.
And see, that's the thing with Method Man. A lot of those things, especially when we talk about like shadowboxing, I think that is the quintessential example here. A lot of that's based on flow, delivery, and voice.
Yes.
Which are all knocked out the park. But are the lyrics what GZA's lyrics were on that song?
On that song, yes, but if you wanted to quibble,
I'm just overall.
You want to know what
Lyrically, just as a 10.
Yeah,
Is
he is.
Method Man a 10 too?
See, okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like I
People
told
in the chat are saying 8.
Oh, that's disrespectful. We're not doing that. If we just going down, if we talking lyrics, just the lyrics, just boom, boom, bam, then yeah, I'm cool with the 9. But here's the thing about it. So many dudes is about to get 9s instead of 10s, because if you're doing that to Method Man, I'm going to quibble with you that it's like only guys going to get 10s is going to be like Nas, Rakim, GZA, Black Thought. Like, you giving Common a 10?
That might be all the more reason that we need to make lyrics more of a 15 scale then.
Right. So I'm with making the lyrics 15 scale.
Okay. So lyrics is going to be one that's just going to weigh more than everything. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to get one of maybe 3 categories. Even if we did one of 2 categories, I think that would shift things a little bit too. So we definitely know we want to do lyrics and catalog music, or catalog of albums, excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's just say that, okay, when we're looking at Method Man and Jay-Z, they're right by each other. If Jay-Z is a 10 lyrically, I do say that, we're going to change that. But I don't think they have the same score. I'll put it that way. Voice-wise, Jay-Z being an 8 and Method Man being a 10, I have no problem with that.
I think the 8 was kind.
Delivery, Method Man being a 10 and Jay-Z being a 10, I have no problem with that either.
I think Method Man has a better delivery, but they're both 10s.
Yeah. I think Jay's delivery, and I know it's a little bit different than versatility, but his delivery and his ability to change over time is what gave him the 10. If we're just stuck with Jay-Z in one era, it may not be a 10.
No.
So storytelling, Jay-Z was an 8 and Method Man was a 7.
Cool with that.
I'm cool with that. There's some storytelling for Meth. Catalog of albums.
Oh, hold on. I see. How many points did Method Man beat Jay by?
Let's see. He beat him by 2.
Oh, Jay lost on hook game. It's 10 versus 6 right there.
Okay.
He lost on hook game. Because everything else is close.
I think that if this lyrics and catalog of albums gets bumped up to 15, the score changes drastically.
Yeah, I mean, we could jump up, not drastically, because he's gonna win more points on catalog than he is on lyrics. Because if you're giving Jay-Z like 15 for lyrics, he's still putting Method Man at 14. So it's like he's only getting a point right there, but he is going to get more points on catalog.
Whoa. You think that if we make lyrics 15, Meth still going to get 14?
Yeah, he would be the next step down because I'm giving very few guys 15, and Jay would be the low end of that, as in he would be the last guy to get 15.
Okay.
I told you, of like all the great lyricists, I have him at the bottom of all the great lyricists.
What do you think? And again, I love Method Man, but what do you think is Method Man's most lyrical verse?
It might be that verse on Wu Gambino's "Scriptures hit the body like sawed off shotties, like my hair naughty and my nose piece snotty." It might be the most lyrical one.
I don't know if that's a 14.
It could be "Bring the Pain." The first verse on "Bring the Pain."
I come to bring the pain, hardcore to the brain. Listen beside my astral plane, based my mental, based on instrumental methods, so I can write monumental. I think a lot of that is flow, voice, and delivery, Coop.
Sticking for the cream. Check.
Yeah, just how deep the shit get, deep as the abyss, and niggas is mad fish. Check. I mean, I don't know, man.
Deep as the abyss and brothers is mad fish. Accept it.
Yeah, no, his word placement is crazy.
No, that's lyrically sharp.
His word placement is crazy. All right, would you say lyrically?
Brothers is mad fish, accept it. That's lyrical. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
So smooth that you're not catching it. Right. He's got rhymes.
Nas the GOAT says, y'all next 10 should be Ross, T.I., Jeezy, Beanie, Fab, AZ, Jadakiss, Kanye, The Game, and Prodigy. I like some of that.
I like some of that. We got to sprinkle some ladies in there, though.
Yeah. I like some of that. What I was going to say, though, What I was going to say is, speaking of Prodigy, who would you give more lyrical points to, Prodigy or Method Man? Are they the same?
I would give them about the same.
I don't know if they're the same lyrically.
Okay. I get what you're saying when you say that, but I got P like in my A1 lyricist though, because I've always looked at him that way. Like most of his stuff is A1 to me. But most of Meth shit is A1. Like I don't know why people are acting like Method Man's not great lyrically. Like you said it yourself. Like you said it yourself. Like you was pulling up old rhymes and hip hop quotables from the source, and it's like you're like Method Man's in here more than anybody.
No, he is. But my only thing is, Coop, I don't know if his voice, flow, and delivery is disguising the lyricism. That's the part that I'm having a problem with. Like, I don't know if how great his voice, delivery, and flow is kind of bumping up his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's the only problem that I'm having.
Because he's on 10 on all of those?
Yeah.
We don't want Biggie or Pac for that.
I'm just saying, he's on 10 on all of those.
Nobody knocks Biggie for that. Nobody knocks Biggie and says, oh, I don't know if the lyrics are like that because the flow, the delivery, the voice.
We do. We all say that Jay is a better lyricist than Biggie. We've said this.
But I don't knock him for those other things. I give him credit for being better at all those other things.
Kendall Outlaw said Mike D is Method Man's son, low key.
I get it. You want to know what, Mike? Let's take a step back, and you and me will sit up and maybe talk about working these rating system scales again, and then putting this back out and revisiting this because you and I had already had some discussions about possibly changing the rating system, and this was a trial run to kind of see how it would kind of coagulate. And Method Man being better than Jay-Z is a misnomer. You know what I mean? So we need to correct the scale.
Well, let's go back to the chart on this one. So collaborations, 10 on both.
Right.
And I want to let people know too, when it comes to catalog of albums, we actually counted the Method Man and Redman stuff, and we counted the Wu-Tang stuff. That's how Method Man ended up with an 8.
Right.
Because I saw one of the comments, and this is one of the things I wanted to address too. I think it was Joshua Stone said Method Man's career was a disappointment. And it's like, I don't know about that. I don't think that. Okay, Darnell Lee said, give Meth a 7 and Jay a 10. This is where people think the span is lyrically cool. And I'm thinking as a Method Man fan and all that, is his delivery, voice, and delivery, voice, what's the other one I'm thinking about? Delivery, voice, cadence, all that stuff. Is that making me feel like his lyrics are next to the top-notch lyrics or not? That's the only part I'm confused with.
I mean, I'm very clear that I've heard Method Man rhyme next to Prodigy and Raekwon and Ghostface and Biggie and come out with better verses than them on songs. Like, I've seen that happen. And so have you. So it's like, why are we having this conversation?
Guess
like
I'm
people
a
act like that didn't happen.
ninja.
Hold on.
Where you rest
like,
that
whatever you feel about shadowboxing, like he's out rapping just on shadowboxing. He's out rapping Raekwon on Wu Gambino's.
Lyrically,
a lot of yes, lyrically, shadowboxing is probably the only record where Jizz is not the most lyrically precise person on there.
I don't know, man.
I played in scenes back in the Rec Room era. My style broke motherfucking backs like Him for Terror. Most people don't even know who Him for Terror is. You gotta be.
But lyrically, he's taking it there.
Most rap niggas came loud when unheard. I breaks it down to the bone, bristle, ill-speaking, scud, missile, heat sink.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I'm with you, man.
Nightmares like Wes Craven, niggas gunning. My third eye seen it coming before it happened. You know about the fucking Staten kids. They smashed it. Everything, in every shape, form, of fashion. No, you know my steez. No, it's
Burning to a third degree. Sneaky ass. Alley cat. Top pedigree.
Top pedigree.
Toucher. Yeah.
Industry party bum rusher.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's lyrically precise. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's not lyrically
precise. On a scale from 1 to 15, we got to give Meth a 14, man. Rusty Nail said Meth is more flow. See, people are saying this. People are saying that. All right, let's just say this. In the Wu-Tang, lyrically, where do y'all put Method Man? Rank the Wu-Tang from greatest to least lyrically. I'm only going Jizza Ghost. And then maybe Meth after that.
He's got so many great mic performances. Okay, so like, you understand he like raps next to Redman all the time too, and like gets better at Redman too. Like you hear all the MCs I keep making. Like, go listen to Extortion where it's him. Go listen to Extortion on Hell on Earth. He has the better verse. Right.
People in the chat aren't agreeing with you, man. This is interesting.
I mean, but hold on. But I have evidence. No. People are telling me what they feel. I have evidence. You can go listen to Extortion. He sounds better.
NYC everything.
NYC everything. Shadowboxing. Wu Gambinos. Mike, what have we always said about Triumph? He smashed everybody on Triumph except Deck.
You know, I always have thought, and this is my personal opinion, I think he has one of the best, if not the best, verses on All Eyes on Me.
Yes. Fuck you,
my personal opinion.
Fuck you losers while you fake jacks. I make maneuvers like Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's the other? Mike, Reunited.
Reunited's verse is crazy.
What
you know what? And we got to give his
what are you talking about?
His era of difficulty and just being around the MCs that he's around, especially on those Wu-Tang albums, and standing out in the way that he does, you have to be somewhat lyrical. Because I will say this, and no disrespect, we all know that You God is not the most lyrical MC in Wu, but he has the voice and delivery. And that still never really pushes us away from the other lyricists. So Method Man has to have some lyrics.
No. Mike, in 1994, who represented lyrics for the East Coast was Nas, Big E, and Method Man.
Okay. That's fair.
Don't tell me that didn't happen. These people are talking about something that they don't know what they're talking about. I'm talking about shit that happened. He out-rapped all these people.
I think you know what I think it is, Coop? Method Man probably has one of the most, if not the most unique careers in hip hop. Because even with Redman, we can pinpoint Muddy Waters, there's a dark side and all that. And I think that when we look at Tikal and Tikal 2000 Judgment Day, he's being judged on a lot of that stuff and the expectations people have for it. But we're not looking at his career in totality. And nobody really has a career like Method Man, to be honest.
No, they haven't. But if you want to get on the classic rap album thing, no, I get that. But don't tell me this dude's not a top-notch lyricist. No, don't do me that.
Okay.